Episode 8 of Burning Kabaddi pretty much solved the only major remaining problem that Noukin faced, and that problem was not having enough team members. Now that they have enough team members to have a full-fledged match, they can focus on, more cohesion and stuff like that. What's up, y'all? It's your man, That Dude, bringing you guys another video. I'm giving out subscriptions down below, so if you like Burning Kabaddi, I review every episode, and I talk about other anime too. You don't really miss anything, so go hit that button. Also, if you would, smash that thumbs up while you're down there. While this episode does solve the problem of Noukin not having enough team members for a full-fledged match, what this episode really does is give us more development for Tatsuya, because Tatsuya is now being put in the position where he is a real team leader. When he was playing soccer, he was the best player on the team, but he only really led by being the best player. He didn't lead by helping his teammates get better or putting them in positions to flourish. He didn't do any of that. He just tried to be so good that the team could win in spite of what his other teammates were doing. Now he's learning that he can't always win that way. With Kabaddi, Tatsuya is learning that being great also means making your teammates better. You want to improve, or you want them to improve as you improve. Before, he didn't do that at all, but now he's like having his eyes open to what it means to be a true team leader, and that is important development for Tatsuya, because as sure as Tatsuya is in his own abilities, he has never really had confidence in the abilities of his teammates. But now he's learning that he really has to trust them for the team to flourish. He has to believe that they can get the job done without him always being there to hold their hand along the way. Otherwise, you won't have any team success. The way Tatsuya has been playing will lead to a lot of individual success, which is what he had in soccer. He scored a lot of goals. He was famous. He had a lot of renown, but his team ultimately didn't reach the top of the mountain. With Kabaddi, he is learning that, okay, he could take a step back and allow his teammates to do the things that they're maybe best suited for. And with that will then allow him to be in better positions to do what he is best suited for. So by not trying to do everything for the whole team, he can become really good in one area, which is raiding. He can become a great raider and then trust his teammates to do everything else. I just know that Yuki looking like a girl and constantly being in these weird situations with the other guys on the team, especially Tatsuya, is going to be a running gag throughout the show. And while it's not the most highbrow comedy, I'm not gonna lie, in this episode I found it very funny. Now, will it be funny going forward? That's mostly going to rely on the writing. But I am not someone who needs, the most complex and nuanced jokes for it to be funny. Early on in the show, I thought it was hilarious the way the soccer coach thought Tatsuya was gay and then decided to have his most attractive team members come out and lure Tatsuya to play for the soccer team. I thought that was hilarious, and that was by no means highbrow comedy. So if the writing does it well enough, if the show creators, directors, whatever, the people who work on the show, if they put enough effort into making that running gag feel a little fresher every time, or change things up every time and make the writing around the joke decent enough, it can be a pretty good running gag throughout the rest of the show. But there's just no promise that it's going to happen. How many times have you been watching an anime or any kind of TV show and they keep hitting on the same joke over and over again? And maybe it's funny for a little while, but after, the 10th time or so, it just loses the same effect. I hope that doesn't happen with Yuki and him looking like a girl, but it might. Now that the team has enough members to compete in full-fledged matches, it's going to be even more exciting to watch the development of the team and watch them build cohesion and everybody figure out what role they are best suited for. I really liked seeing the excitement on Masato's face when he realized the potential that this team had. And with Ryuta, we know what he brings to the table with his sumo background, but with Nobutaka and Yuki, we don't yet know how they may fit into the team. And so I look forward to finding those things out and then watching everyone else grow with them. This episode also gave us Azamichi having a moment to shine, where he is someone who, unlike Tatsuya, where Tatsuya tries to do everything for the team and put everything on his own shoulders, Azamichi trusts his teammates a little more to do what they're capable of doing. And we actually saw Tatsuya learn something from Azamichi. So I love the dynamic of this team, where just because Tatsuya may be uber talented or uber gifted when it comes to physical gifts and athleticism, he is by no means the most intelligent person on the team when it comes to Kabaddi, or the most natural leader, or the most just gifted communicator of how to play the sport. He is none of those things. He is just somebody who has a prodigious talent when it comes to the sport, but he isn't by all means omnipotent when it comes to Kabaddi. And you see that a lot of times when you have sports shonen, but shonen in general where the main character all of a sudden becomes godlike in whatever area they are specifying in. Tatsuya isn't doing that. He is talented, but he has a lot of things to learn, especially when it comes to leadership and just to sport in general. And so I am going to enjoy watching this team build cohesion and seeing where they go. But with that, guys, that's all I have for you with this one. If you enjoyed this video, go hit that thumbs up. And if you are so inclined, subscribe and share. It would help me out a lot. If you didn't like the video or if you disagree with anything I said, let me know why in the comments so we can talk about it. I respond to almost everything. Oh yeah, feel free to follow and hit me up on Twitter @DadDoAnime. And I'll see you guys in the next one.